Hello again, it's Jess or JashiiCorrin, and welcome back for another weekly Plan With Me video. In today's video I'm going to be setting up for week 52 of 2018, the very last week of the year. I honestly cannot believe that we only have a week of this year left. Time has gone so quickly and I feel like I was just setting up my journal for 2018. So many awesome things have happened this year and I've had a really enjoyable time looking back and reflecting at the year past. But more on that a bit later. Before we get into setting up for next week, as per usual, we're going to have a look at how this week is going. So as you'll remember from my last weekly Plan With Me video, for this week I was using this spread inspired by Amanda Rach Lee. Although this spread was quite easy to set up and is quite cute, I'm really not using it as well as I could be. Because of the time of year, I really don't have a lot of events going on, so having these spaces at the top already set out for just events isn't something that I really needed. Similarly, because I'm not at school anymore, I really don't have many tasks to do on a daily basis. So as you can see, most of these boxes are only half or not even quite that full. Despite that, I do like the way this spread looks. It's just not as functional for me as it could be. For week 52, I'm going to be recreating this layout, which is by Helen of Journal with Purpose, and there's a link to her Instagram in the description box below. One thing that I like about this type of layout in particular is that although the task list is quite long, the bottom section of each of those has been filled in with journaling once the day is over. And I'm going to use this to avoid that dreaded white space. Before we get into it, just a reminder that any of the equipment I use in today's setup will be linked in the description box below. As you can see, before I started filming this one, I actually went in and added the coloured strip for the daily headers off camera. I wanted to make sure that I was going to get the spacing right on the page, so I also added some pencil lines to guide me. Because the last day of 2018 is going to be a Monday, I decided to also include it on this spread. So instead of sectioning each page up into 3 columns, I'm instead doing 4, one for each of the remaining days. Each of these columns is 6.5 boxes wide. For the top of the page, I didn't really feel like doing much doodling today, so instead I opted in for some washi tape, a quote sticker, and some simple star motifs. I outlined these using my Faber-Castell artist pen in the S size, just to make them stand out a little bit more. I then set up the trackers at the top of the right-hand page by writing down the initials for each day of the week using the same black pen. So here we have my spread ready for next week. I'm not too sure at this stage what I'm going to use these 2 trackers for. Most of the things that I want to track are already in my habit tracker. But if you have any suggestions, please do let me know in the comments below. Now at the start of the video I mentioned how I've been enjoying looking back and reflecting about 2018. And I want to share with you a spread that I've made for that. This is my review for 2018. So on this left hand side here, I've got all of the big or memorable moments from the year broken down into each month. So January, February, March, April, etc, etc. On this right hand side we have a couple of different things. So in the top section here we have my growth and all of my social media accounts. I haven't filled this one into completion yet just because I'm waiting for the very last day of the year before I write down my stats. We have boxes for different types of media that I consumed, so songs, TV shows, movies, and books. We have a section here for what I did and didn't like about my journals, or spreads that I found useful, or spreads that I found that I didn't really use at all. And then in the very bottom here we have a list of things that I accomplished in 2018, and some general goals for 2019. This spread was actually really fun to fill in, and I'm really glad that I did it because there were a few things that happened this year that I just completely forgot about. I have a tendency to either over or underestimate the amount of time that has passed since an event occurred. So for instance, in March, my brother moved to Melbourne. However, before doing this review, I actually thought it had happened last year. What were some of your big accomplishments from this year? For me, a few of the most memorable ones were buying our first house, getting engaged, and also getting my restricted license, which has been on my to-do list for about 8 years now. Thank you for watching. If you liked today's video, please do make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you had any thoughts, comments or feels, please do leave them in the comments section below. I'll be back again on Sunday with a video for my 2019 bullet journal setup, so until next time, bye!